desert pathway safety, eliminate quarks within the area.
Welcome to Tran Wins Mass Builder.
Mission start.
There will be more quarks than you expected in areas like these. There is no absolute mission except to destroy any quarks we find. For now, we should search the area up ahead. There are void particle signals all over there.
This episode will cover 4 hunts and 3 challenges. I will tell you that hunts 2 through 4 I resolve in pretty much the same way. And challenges 1 and 2 can only basically see epileptic attacks. If you're just looking for a quick and dirty summary of this episode, I'd watch maybe the first hunt and the last challenge. But maybe you're an avid fan and you want to see more combat, we've got that in spades this time.
Void particles have dispersed towards the old station platforms on both sides of the area. Move towards them and clear out the quarks in any order you see fit. I've marked them on your visual so you know the area that houses those particles.
Quantum Break has 4 variants: Enhanced, Armored, Devastation, and Acceleration. I typically use Devastation, and the more people you hit, the faster your break goes down. It also goes down on its own by time, too. I sometimes will use Armored to fight a boss, or when I'm about to take a lot of damage or something. Charging up the Quantum Break is just long enough for you to lose your total damage combo counter. I don't think you actually get anything for keeping a high combo, but who knows.
Mission clear.
Mission completed. We've detected no void particles now. Let's hope this will be enough to keep it safe for a few weeks. Snowfield Custodian. Eliminate Quarks within the area.
Mission start.
I did not expect this. Powerful enemies right in front of you. Take evasive maneuvers. Void crystals detected in the area. It's making the Quarks immune to all of our weapons. Destroy it first to make them vulnerable. I suggest you also look out if any more of them appear. It will be dangerous if we don't destroy them as soon as they appear.
In the first hunt mission, I put on as much weight as possible in the Tazuq Sentinel. It no longer affects durability or damage, but I feel like it used to. Maybe it was just my imagination or I read that somewhere. But during this hunt mission, the armor or frame is as light as possible. I have focused all the tune-ups to give me acceleration and fuel capacity and all that. And so during this time, I am learning how to move swiftly and really leverage my combo dash, which is what I'll be doing for the next 30 minutes. In the very first episode of M.A.S.S Builder, I had pointed out that you can cancel your attack, which is what I'm doing here. I'll dash, attack, cancel my attack by dashing again, and repeat until I'm out of fuel.
The dispersed void particles seem to be attracting a large group of Quarks. I've detected a large amount of them incoming. Brace for impact.
Mission clear.
Mission cleared. I've detected no more void particle concentrations. I'll file a report back to the Valkyries. Seems we will be needed often. Abandoned Valley Raid. Eliminate Quarks within the area.
Mission start.
You've arrived at the base. As reported, it's full of Quarks. More enemies incoming. No wonder the WDF had this persistent order posted. There's no end to them.
By this point in the game, with this armor frame, I was getting used to swapping my weapons on the fly to make use of enemy weaknesses. However, I eventually stopped doing that because it seems to be more effective to really leverage any one particular element. For example, I had a lot of good mileage just setting enemies on fire. When enemies are weak, that's from shock, they take more damage from your strikes, so the build I'll be using at the end of this episode is my latest one, and that is a shock build.
I detect a large void particle signal in that area. Proceed to investigate. I think that's where the large quark we expected to see will be. This is just like the one we faced back in our first mission, but it looks more armored and more ferocious somehow. Take extra caution.
Mission clear.
Void particles are dispersing. The mission is completed. Depths of the machineries. Eliminate all enemy mass units.
Mission start.
I think we've reached the second level of the underground factory. As expected, more unmanned mass units. I really need to look further into this matter with the WDF. An unauthorized and untested technology like this would cost a fortune as they're throwing mass units at us. More units arriving from the area to the east. We can either rush into them or lure them back here.
So it was while farming this mission that I started playing around with more heat damage. And that lasted me for quite some time. But as I mentioned in a previous map, my latest build is a shock build. One of the reasons why I decided fire was very worth it, when I finished these hunts, I went on to the challenges, and I was able to clear wave 21. Then when I started trying to fight the enemy with their elemental weaknesses, I had trouble clearing wave 19.
Same as before, this time from the west. Your choice of action. I've detected a data terminal back at the central area. Maybe we can get some information from it, or maybe a method to get deeper. I guess I was wrong. The security systems have now been activated. Priority change. Disable the systems first so we can further look around this place. Expect more of the Cyclops units.
For the challenges, I will deliberately withhold on the commentary because I think they host music tracks that haven't been heard on other maps. Not 100% sure on that. And so, you can sit back and listen to it as you watch me bludgeon the enemy with sparkly lights.
Mission clear.
Redline Battlefront. Hold the battlegrounds against the onslaught of Quarks attacking from beyond the red area.
Mission start.
You've arrived at the outpost. There are 2 WDF personnel on standby. Try to work together and hold the Quarks for as long as you can. The WDF will send a retreat signal when they deem the battlegrounds too cluttered with Quarks. They'll have more personnel in other areas ready to pull away the group of Quarks over here. The WDF also mentioned that you're authorized to use the void particle disperser of the outpost. Activate the 8 panels around the outpost, and it'll blast all the Quarks in the area without harming you. Each activation will take some time to cool off the system, so use them only when you think it's needed. We're making good progress. The WDF had just reported they'll be dispatching another unit to help. It's getting more and more dangerous now. Void particle levels are rising at the moment. Prepare for strengthened enemies to appear at any moment. I've also received another message that the WDF will be sending in one more. Let's hope we can stand our ground. A large quark has appeared. It's keeping distance and we're sitting ducks against its bombardment. Void particles around it are too much. You'll be swarmed in seconds if you fly out there, so take position and evade. Enemy forces are growing exponentially. We're almost halfway to maximum limits. It's a wave of red just a few clicks away from where you are. Just try to hold on as long as possible. Remember, retreat as soon as the signal is received. This is only a quark dispersion mission. From the reports I've read, you have now passed the average survival time of other Valkyrie members. You can feel proud of your achievements today. On that note, the record holder withstood for an hour, if I recall correctly. I think his name was Hino. Let's focus on what's at hand here. Signal received. They're activating the void disperser and decoy systems to lure the Quarks away. You did well holding them here for a good while. Retreat for now. Mission accomplished.
Mission clear.
Void convergence. Lure in and defeat as many Quarks as possible so the WDF can wipe them out with a reactor overload.
Mission start.
The operation will be starting soon. Quark waves are detected nearby, and they're charging the reactor. Shields should be online in a few minutes. They wanted you to get rid of any stragglers that should be warping in. Scouts have spotted an incoming large Quark. We'll have the plant's defensive system to help out with that. For now, be on guard. The large Quark has arrived. Shields are online, so it should be safe inside here. Aside from all the Quarks inside, of course, that's your job to keep them around until more ENEs arrive, right? Remember, our mission is to postpone the large Quarks and its army for as long as possible. When it's time and the wall's integrity levels are too low, the WDF will send a retreat signal and overload the reactors. More Quarks detected in the area, which means there'll be more for you to fight inside those shields. As long as we can keep the Quarks level low, the shields will replenish and more Quarks can be wiped out in the end. We've detected a spike in void particles. Stronger enemies should be appearing in the vicinity. Take extra caution when handling them. Enemy numbers have multiplied on my sights. Expect that wall to be crowded in a few seconds. Signal received. Wall's integrity lower than what we count as safe. Prepare to retreat from the area. After everyone successfully extracts, they'll overload the reactor. I don't suggest staying nearby to watch. Gates of Ascension. Hone your skills against the deadliest threats that you've faced before.
Mission start.
You're now moving in the simulated space for WDF personnel training. I reckon you're familiar with the space, since you've been training here for ages. It's our special course this time, though. Quinn had specially designed this program for you to train against the large ones. Proceed at your own pace. As a warm-up, the first one you'll be facing is the one from our first mission. We've set its strengths to be a bit stronger than that time, though, so you can have a good practice. The first enemy is eliminated. Proceed to the next one through the available platform. We're raising the level of the next one. You're proceeding at a good pace. The next one will be practice against an aggressive quark. Remember, there's no big attacks, but this one will chain everything together, so always be on the move. That will be the third. We're giving you a hypothetical situation in the next area. What if there are two large quarks together? How will you fare against them? Well done. Now for the last one. You'll be put in a chaotic situation. Its bombardment and large area of attacks are extremely dangerous. But you've defeated it before. Good luck. You're done. I think with more practice, you will be able to complete this course faster. The bonus is, the WDF is willing to pay for all this battle data. So if you'd like more practice, you know,